Hello everyone, this is Nathan Adrian coming at you from Oakland, California. My wife and I have been busy cleaning the house this weekend, not doing a whole lot else. I think we have gone on a bunch of walks, which has been very nice, as long as the weather is holding up. But besides that, I'm probably doing a lot of the same stuff that all of you are doing at home. So I am here to answer a couple of fan questions from Twitter that USA Swimming put out. So without further ado, here we go. A question from Swimmin' Mom on Twitter. You've had to deal with adversity that forced you out of the pool for health reasons. What advice can you share with young swimmers afraid of being out of the water for a long period of time due to COVID-19? That's a great question. To all those young swimmers, and this is way easier said than done, but just do your best to relax. There are plenty of ways to stay active while you are we are shelter in place in California. I know that I am going for walks. I have a little bit of a home gym set up downstairs. Even if you don't have room for a home gym, there's plenty of bodyweight exercises you can do that will keep you active. And keep you healthy. I think that's probably the priority right now. Beyond that, I mean, my best time in the 50 freestyle in 2015, 21.3, the American record at the time, came after I had shoulder surgery. And I was out of the water for, I think, 3 weeks after that one, and I couldn't move my hand over my head for for 6 weeks since the surgery. So a break isn't the worst thing in the world. Let your body heal. Work on other things. Work on other ways to be athletic, whether it be your balance or whether it be your strength or whether it be your endurance from going outside and going for a little bit of a jog or a bike ride or whatever it may be. There's a lot of different ways to improve your athleticism outside of just swimming. All right, next question from Brandon B. Franklin on Instagram. When you were an age group swimmer, before you were competitive at the national or international level, was there a race or award you won that you still remember today as being special? The answer to that is definitely yes. I actually remember very vividly freshman year of high school, going to high school swimming state in Washington. And even before then, I probably in 8th grade or so, I set a big goal to try to win state as a freshman. And one of those, I mean, it's kind of a tricky goal, looking back on it, of course, because there's so many things about that goal that I can't control, especially when it comes to how fast the other swimmers are, if they had grown more, if they were stronger than me. So, looking back on it, it probably wasn't, the smartest goal to set ever, but I did set it. And we were successful in achieving it. So that was probably one of the earliest memories of me really, really wanting something like concrete in terms of like a win or a medal or whatever it may be, and it was a state title, and we set the goal a long time in advance, worked really hard for it, and when the time came to actually swim for it, we did it, swam well, and won a state title in the 100 free. Question from Laura on Facebook. What's on your reading list? Right now, some buddies and I that I swam with in college have a little bit of a book club going on, and we are currently reading Endurance, Shackleton's Incredible Voyage. It's about Shackleton, him going down to Antarctica, and things went wrong, and I'm about halfway through the book right now, and things keep going more and more and more wrong, so I don't know what's going to happen, but it's not looking like it's a whole lot of fun. It actually looks like it's really terrifying and very cold. Question from Jordan on Facebook. Nathan, what would you say might be the best part about being on Team USA or getting to be part of the Olympics? I mean, the entire experience itself is the best part. I think representing Team USA and knowing how difficult it is to be a part of that team, and having it's kind of a dual-fold thing where there's an obligation to do well, which is great, but also there's like a little bit of like power that comes with being part of Team USA that like just gives you that little burst of energy when you need it. And then walking around with the American flag all over your gear, on your backpacks, on your shirts, and then suiting up and having it on your cap with your last name on it. It's just something that's it's really special, and it's something that I had watched for a really long time. So to be able to experience it myself has just been a total dream come true. Question from Kate the Great on Instagram. How do you stay motivated during times when you can't swim? Like right now with COVID-19 or when you're hurt? That's a great question. One of the things that I try to do is shift my perspective and my anchor for, what is progress? What is good for me? Right now, I probably couldn't get in the water and swim really, really fast times. That's okay. We have a whole lot of time before Olympic trials and the Olympics and any other competition. But there are a lot of other things that I can work on, that I can improve on, whether it be my core stability, or whether it be my balance, or my just aerobic fitness. I'm not a machine when it comes to doing stationary bike stuff, or when it comes to doing battle ropes, or just a random circuit that our strength coach is giving us. That's not one of the things that I'm really, really great at. But I can use this time right now that we have outside of the pool to try to get better at that stuff. And one of the cool things is you can just try to take note of how you felt during that particular circuit that you did, and then do it again a couple days later and you feel a little better, and then you do it again a couple days later and you feel a little better. It's just like practice. It is just like swimming. It's just getting more physically fit overall. It's the only thing that we can do right now. So that's what I'm going to do. Question from Korean Tempe on Twitter. What was something impactful that stuck with you that a coach said early in your swimming years? One of the things that was really impactful for me was taking ownership over my swimming. I think that's one of the things that I've definitely taken through all the way to today, where especially when you're younger and you're still living with your parents and they're taking you to practice, it can get kind of convoluted and confusing with ownership over your performance. But one of the things that you learn through swimming is that the more you put into it, the more you're going to get out. And I know that's a hard thing to say right now because a lot of us can't put 100% of ourselves into our swimming. But that being said, focus on a lot of the stuff that I had talked about before, just becoming an overall better athlete. It'll translate, I promise. But anyways, you're going to be stuck here at a pool for 2-3 hours, sometimes twice a day. What good is it to just get through practice? One of the things that was taught to me was that the more intensity that you bring to practice, the more focus that you bring to practice, the better that you follow your coach's instructions, the better off your performance is going to be at the end of the year. And that's that ownership piece that was really important for me to hear as a young kid, because it would be easy to go to practice and just sort of think of it as social time or play time with my buddies, and then we have to get through this workout, and then afterwards we all get to hang out and have a good time. But I think the more you can buy into the fact that you are breaking your own body down in order for it to build itself up even stronger, the harder you can work yourself, the better off you're going to be at the end of the year. Question from Mike on Facebook. How did you get involved with Athletes for Relief? Are there any other charities or causes you are passionate about that you'd like for your fans to know? Right now, I think probably Athletes for Relief is the number one. I think obviously this is the number one pressing issue in our society today. I think as we move beyond this and have it under control and things start to shift back to normal, work with the USA Swimming Foundation will begin to continue. Also, working with the swim school and teaching kids how to swim. I think that's always going to be a passion of mine for the rest of my days, and I'm looking forward to that. 11-year-old Rachel on Facebook asks, what is the most important part to a fast 50 freestyle? I think the most important part to a fast 50 freestyle is going to be your technique. The 50 freestyle is one of those ones where just one little mistake or one little error can really throw you off and mess you up in a lot of different ways. So the more you can focus on having a perfect dive, a perfect entry, perfect dolphin kicks, and then a perfect breakout, and then move into your perfect strokes until you have a perfect finish. The closer you can be to perfect on all of those, the better off you're going to be. I don't think it's, at least at the high levels, trying harder isn't necessarily always going to translate to swimming faster. But trying harder in the right way, where you are making sure that you're pulling lots of water and you are as streamlined as possible, and you are not making a lot of the mistakes that people often make when they try harder, like moving their head all over the place or their hips coming out of line or whatever it may be. Making sure that that effort is going into doing things the right way versus just trying hard for the sake of trying hard and hoping that your time is going to be better at the end of the day. Question from Katie on Facebook. What kind of workouts are you doing during this coronavirus pandemic, and what is your favorite food to eat? So my favorite workout right now is just going downstairs. I got a little like TRX kind of setup going on. We're doing a lot of body weight exercises, a lot of, again, stability exercises. I have my little app that I work with my strength coach with, and he is giving me workouts 4 times a week, trying to do our best with that. I'm going to start doing a little bit of stationary bike action here soon. I think it's important to get some consistent aerobic conditioning going, just kind of get my heart rate up and keep it elevated for a good 20-30 minutes. But other than that, it's about the same that everyone else is doing. Just a lot of body weight stuff and doing the best that I can do. All right, guys, this is Nathan Adrian. I am signing out here. Thank you so much for your questions. Thank you for your engagement. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter at Nathan G. Adrian. Want to wish you all the best. Stay patient. This is going to take a little bit of while. We are all in this together, and the better we all do individually, the better all of us are going to be overall. So thanks again.